Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to the Harry Bash number 5, quarterfinal number 3, and we're getting into another awesome set of games right here. Ooh, excuse me, just had some soft drink. So anyway, let's get in. Let's start introducing the players. The player up the top right side of the map needs absolutely no introduction, but we'll do it anyway, is Mr. Petraeus. From New Zealand, plays for Root Gaming, and yes, he's defeated quite a few players in this tournament so far. Had to go through the hard slog, defeated Wally in the round of 32 and Metalcore in the round of 16. You may ask why he was facing Wally in the round of 32, because those players are both reasonably high ranked. Wally obviously not as high as Petraeus, but was fairly high ranked, reasonably high. Basically, Petraeus was a last-minute show-up, and Wally pretty much didn't show up until the last minute, so I figured Wally wasn't going to show up, so I put Petraeus in there, and then Wally showed up, so they ended up fighting. And yes, I'm sure it was a pretty epic ZVZ, but unfortunately I don't have the replay, so yeah. Well, that's just how it goes. So, very, very nice stuff, and Mr. Petraeus' opponent, down the bottom left side of the map, is TheECONOMIST, which we have seen a few times before. Tends to do a lot of mech stuff, does TheECONOMIST. Tends to just throw mech at everybody. And he is from Australia, not currently part of a team. And yeah, he did make it to a previous quarterfinal. I can't remember. I believe it was... I can't remember which one it was. The April one, actually, Harry Bash 2. He went into the quarterfinal, ended up running up against King Kong, and didn't quite take Mr. King Kong out, but we'll see how he does against the man Petraeus right here, who is currently just macroing his face off by the looks of it. Can be expecting to see a third base coming out, I would guess. There we go, the Ling's coming in, but running straight into a bunch of Hellions, sorry, not Hellbats. So nothing much going to be happening there. They are running back quite a bit, and the Hellions chasing after them, but not quite catching them. Not quite going far enough to see them. So yes, and now the Hellions running on out into the map to see what sort of havoc they can cause. Yeah, it's not going to be much. They're going to get stuck here. They're not going to get past. And there hasn't actually been a third base put down, which is surprising. I would have thought Petraeus would have got one by now. But maybe he's looking to end this on 2 bases, which is, yeah. Interesting. Here he goes with a bunch of Lings. There is one Marauder in here. Marauder, not the best option to be dealing with Lings. But a couple of Widow Mines coming out. Oh, that's another thing we know from the past experience, is that TheECONOMIST loves his Widow Mines, man. He will throw a million Widow Mines out onto the map and just absolutely go nuts on everybody. But the Hellions coming on back do roast those Lings out of there. And Petraeus moves on to the Spire. Currently going for 2 base Muta Ling play by the looks of it. Not seeing a Bailing Nest yet, but the Mutas will definitely be a welcome addition. And here comes the third base right here. He's actually got enough for a 4th base, but I don't think he'll be going for that. Just banking up the gas at the moment. Looking good. Just absolutely cinching this up. Still the same 6 Hellions. Still going to be stuck at this entrance. They're going to go ahead and they're going to scout off the third base. But I don't think even 6 Hellions have enough DPS to be able to kill this at this stage. Although I may be wrong. They're actually getting the health down a little bit. It's going to take them a while, but I think they potentially can kill this. However, the 3 Queens are moving out, and that should be enough to see those Hellions out of there. Although they're turning around, they're about to attack, but 3 of them were stuck behind the others, so that just sort of funnied it around a little bit, and they decided to get out of there. So the base will go down with a bit of health lacking, but that's going to be fine. Income-wise, Petraeus 49 over 39, so both players not doing too bad. Petraeus, most of the time a master level player would have got a third base ages ago. Petraeus chose not to, maybe because of the 6 Hellions out on the map, maybe because he wanted to push out Link production a lot faster so he can do some craziness in here first. yeah. We actually got a third base out for the Economist, man. This is crazy. I don't know how well that's going to work out for him. The Mutas are out on the map. Do we have anti-air other than Widow Mines? The answer is no. Oh. No, Petraeus. No. I think he just lost 2 Mutas there. Oh. 2 Mutas is, yeah. Oh, the Hellions finally reached their end of life. Oh, that's just so painful. Oh, did I... Oh my god. Did I say the Economist likes Widow Mines? I think I may have understated the fact. He loves Widow Mines. He cannot get enough of the damn things. That's the first time I've seen Mutas actually take enough Widow Mine hits to freaking die. Usually they take a couple of hits, then they just piss off somewhere and regen health. Those guys, man, no matter where they went. I think Petraeus got hit once and he's like, okay, he's got 2 Widow Mines. I took a hit. Let's fly around some more. Took another 2 hits. Alright, but those are the only 4 Widow Mines this guy has got. He can't have any more at this stage of the game. And then he got hit again. He's like, this bastard, man. How many freaking Widow Mines does he have? He does not want this guy. Look at how many bloody creep tubers he's put. He does not want this third base to go down. Not in a million years. And look at this. He's not sending bloody Marines over to scare the Overlord away. No. He's sending Widow Mines because who builds Marines these days? Really, just nobody builds Marines at all. It's all about the Widow Mines. First Thor coming out, and oh, the Widow Mines. This is like the Starcraft 2 comedy right here, where every Muta that dies to a Widow Mine is just another punchline, and you just have to laugh every single time it happens. The Lings coming on in. Siege Tank is going to be shelling those Lings into oblivion though. But it's very, very clear that Petraeus does not like the idea of the Economist getting a third base. Is obviously realised that the potential for Widow Mine production is a lot higher with a third base compared to just 2 bases. So he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that this third base never goes down. But it is being warped into a planetary, so yeah, that should be fine. Meanwhile, Petraeus getting a 4th and 5th base. He's 20 workers in the lead. He's looking like he's going to go absolutely nuts at any second. So far, he's just been sending in dribs and drabs, and the Economist has just been widow mining them into oblivion. The Economist is building up, but Petraeus has not reached his stride yet. He has not reached that point where he absolutely lays the carnage right into your face and just breaks your nose through the back of your head. He hasn't got there yet. He's building up to it though. And I don't know, actually he hasn't got many minerals and gas. What the hell is he spending it on? He's got tons of workers, I'll give him that. Tech, I think he's just getting tech. He's almost got 2-2 on that sort of stuff. Oh man. Please don't tell me he's going for Swarm Host, man. We could have the first ever Swarm Host versus Mass Widow Mine siege line going on. Which is just... what the hell. That Overlord did not work out very well. So yeah, looks like it's going to be Hydra... Roach Hydra? I think Roach Hydra is what he's thinking of going. With some Viper support to take care of the tanks. Roach Hydra is not a bad idea. Because Roaches can soak up, you know... I mean, I think a direct Widow Mine hit will kill a Roach. No, they do 125 damage, I'm pretty sure. So a Roach will soak up a direct Widow Mine hit. And then the splash damage won't do jack all to a Roach. Because they got tons of health anyway. And they got tons of armor now, so they should be fine. Yeah. Here they goes. Very nice push. Pulling the tank out. I think he got destroyed in midair. Oh, the Widow Mine salvo goes. But you can see the Roaches do a spectacular job of soaking up that Widow Mine damage. Where's the Overseer though? I think the Overseer was destroyed. And, oh man, running into this base without an Overseer is tantamount to suicide for any Zerg player in this situation. So he's got to back off. He's got to wait for an Overseer. Very, very wise decision, I gotta say. Meanwhile, just moving out with a ton more Roach Hydra with Viper support. I like this play quite a bit. Oh, man. Oh, man. It never freaking ends, does it? It just never ends. There we go. The Overseers are up. And, oh, still getting some hits taken here. 3 siege tanks. That's going to be nice and difficult for Petraeus to try and crack. He's going to move into this base instead. There are 3 tanks. Snipes one of them out. There's still 2 more over there. And another one on the high ground. Petraeus taking quite a bit of damage here. But he's still sniping those tanks quite well. The cloud over the top there. Very, very good stuff. And there's not that much Widowmine coverage here, actually. Although there was 2 hiding under the tank. So maybe there is. But Petraeus slowly losing his ground force there. Although he's reinforcing an absolute ton of them. And his income is through the roof. Although the Economist is getting a ton of income as well. He has got this 4th base down. And he is muling the hell out of it. I can only assume. He's got a ton of workers over there anyway. But Petraeus does push through with an absolute crapload of units. And now he's going to try and push up the ramp here. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if he can make that happen. He's not going to go for it right now. But he does manage to pull those Vikings almost into defeat. Now he's going to move in here. He's got a much bigger army. I think he can take out the 3 tanks. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to wait. Is he waiting for something? Or was he just like, oh shit, there's still 3 tanks there. This is not good. Maybe he's going to wait for 3-3. Just play it safe and wait for 3-3. I don't know. He's waiting for his Vipers, I think. Waiting for his Vipers. Oh man. Still a ton of damage coming on in. Yanks in all of the tanks. There's still a tank on the high ground, but that guy's going to get the hell yanked out of him. Down it goes. They're dying before they even reach the ground on the other side, man. That is absolutely nuts. And there we go. The Economist giving the GG, realizing the main base is breached. And that is it. But, yeah. That's just hilarious, man. As good as Petraeus is, I mean, it's still so funny seeing those poor mutas at the start of the map. Just flying all over the place. Fly one way, boom, Widowmine. Fly another way, boom, Widowmine. Fly another way, boom, you're dead from Widowmines. It's just... it's not something you see all that often, but something we definitely need to see more of. Just Widowmines everywhere at the start of the game. And that another thing I liked, that I just... this creep, the Queen's just moving over and just creeping the hell out of that location right at the start of the game. And he denied that 3rd base and then just moved a couple of Queens in there and just put like 10 creep tumors down. Just spread it all over the place. And the Economist never did a hard push over there. Because he's not a real hard pushing sort of person. He doesn't have hard push units. He's got insane defensive ones. Tanks, Widowmines, Vikings to a lesser degree. And he's just insane defensively. But aggressively, I mean... I don't think he got over the other side of the map once the Hellions died. I don't think it happened at all. So that's it. Game done. And maybe the Economist can Widowmine his way to a victory in game number 2. Take it to an ace match. We will see. We will see. So catch you guys in just a sec. Stay tuned. Alrighty, getting back into it. Game number 2 between Petraeus and the Economist. Petraeus going to be looking to just sweep this over 2-0. But yeah, he definitely had a lot of fun game 1. So if he has any more fun than he had in game 1, he may not actually get a victory here because yeah, I think the Economist did a great job at defending last game. In an extremely hilarious way. It was Widowmines and tanks everywhere. And Petraeus did lose a lot of units breaking in. But I don't think Petraeus was ever at the point where he was like, you know what, I'm actually in trouble here. He was just at the point where, you know what, I just lost another 20 units to Widowmines, but I've still got 5 bases going nuts. So let's just build 100 more units and send them out and see if they get the job done. So it's, eventually he did win, but... Widowmine carnage, man. Every single game that we cast from The Economist is just Widowmine carnage all over the place. Oh, man. Alright, let's have a look here. What is Petraeus' plan? He's sending out some Lings. He's got the expansion down, but he is going for Ling speed pretty fast. So maybe looking to finish this off before any Widow Mines get out on the map. Which is, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see how that turns out, though. Do have the command center coming out. I think this is the play the Economist did last time, which was to go for the factory and then jump straight into a command center to get that nice economy going after you start hitting your Hellions out on the map. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty good play. But Petraeus, man, the fast Lings, yeah, I'm not sure what exactly he's going to be going for. He's going for a ton of workers at the moment, but he could explode the Ling numbers out as soon as this Ling speed is close to coming out. You see, he timed that very nicely. The Ling's waiting for the first two Hellions to come out before moving in. They did destroy that worker. They're going to force this to be cancelled, actually pulling the Hellions back, which is interesting. I don't think he needed to pull them back. Oh, one of these guys getting in there sees the command center, so I'm sure he's quite happy about that. But he may have guessed that that was coming out anyway, given what he saw from the previous game. So for now, there we go. A bunch of Lings coming out. But with this wall up, I'm not sure if you can press in with just Lings. Surely Petraeus has that covered, though. Maybe we'll be seeing a Baling Nest. Who knows? Maybe this is just standard play at this point, just getting that many Lings out. It may indeed be. And there's that third base. He's got that out, I think, a bit earlier than last game. So that should be very, very nice stuff there. And there's the Baling Nest. So maybe going to be looking for some nice early victory right here. The three queens moving out. They're not going to be able to block this off. I think it's just too big at the moment, unless they build another building. But the Hellions running straight into them, and the Economist is just like, whatever, who cares? I'm going to move straight in. And then they get flanked by all of the Lings, and that is it for those Hellions, man. They died far quicker than they did in the previous game. And suddenly the Economist is just like, not happy about that. Not happy at all. Of course, he didn't have Blue Flame, and I think the previous game he had Blue No! That was a game with Spear, I think, that he got. That Spear got Blue Flame. I don't think the Economist got Blue Flame last game. But here we go. The first two Widow Mines are out, and they're already used up, so that's not going to be helping too much. This thing going down, the Marauders going down, and we do have Balings coming on in. Quite a few Balings, actually. The Widow Mines are not going to be able to help here. And here we go. The wall's going down. No way of saving that. And a whole bunch of Lings coming out. Balings coming in as well. They're actually running past the workers. It's like I didn't expect workers to be here. Let's go for all the these guys instead. But Ling's going absolutely nuts. Let's have a look at the worker count. Damn, we're down to 4 already. Okay, that's it. Game done. They died way faster than I expected them to, but they did die very, very fast. And that's it. Just a good old Baling bust. In the end, took Economist out, and he only had the chance to get 2 Widow Mines out. I think it was only 2 Widow Mines. Yes. And they didn't do a whole lot either. They just killed a few Lings. So that's it. From the previous game, where the Widow Mines were the potentially the MVP of the entire game, to 2 Widow Mines who really did jack all. So that's it. Game done, and Petraeus pushes through to the semi-finals, where he will be facing either King Kong or Schnitzel in the... well, we have to see who wins that quarterfinal. That's coming up whenever I put it out, which will probably be another few days. So stay tuned for that, and thank you very much for watching this game. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Stay tuned.